meteorologist Mark Muller as your host for Weather Northeastern. Let's get into some viewers sending photos and videos. Joe Drehos from the Johnson City, New York area, dealing with some Susquehanna River flooding here, minor river flooding, hovering around 18 feet around the Vestal area near Bankful and here in Johnson City near the 201 bridge. You can see, look how high this water is across the area, pretty much level with the river bank, even putting some of the trees along the floodplain underwater here. And as you can see, some of the geese are out and about across the Susquehanna River Basin, getting out there, flying their slow trek to the north as temperatures warm up across North America and the eastern part of the U.S. here. And as you can see, look how fast these geese are moving downstream as they continue to move to the north here. You can see the current is really taking them quite fast as they're getting a fast ride down the river, the Susquehanna River Valley of upstate New York here. And of course, the Susquehanna River is going to be dealing with a lot more rain over the next, say, couple days. So we'll continue to watch for higher river rises as well. So looks to be minor flood stage for quite a while here along the Susquehanna as we deal with some continued snow melt on the higher elevations as well as rainfall. So thank you, Joe Drehos, for sending those photos from the Johnson City area of the Susquehanna River near the 201 bridge. Let's take a look at Lucas from Linden, Texas. Looking at some of these photos here across the area, you can see some brilliant, vibrant lizards across the south here, looking much more spring-like than we did a month or two ago. And as you can see, the wildlife is out and about and in full swing and looking very vibrant and spring-like. Look at these beautiful photos of the sky here across the Linden area, getting some very nice colors this time of year. And of course, his videos showcasing some beautiful Linden, Texas sunsets here. As you can see across the Linden, Texas skyline here, very brilliant crimson sunset here and some nice clouds, those nice cirrus clouds on the horizon. So looking nice. And of course, we continue through his videos here, video coverage from the Linden area, looking very beautiful to say the least across Linden. And you can see, zooming in on that moon, zooming out, beautiful skyline. And here across Linden, look at this blooming going on here of all the flowers and the foliage. So Linden is looking very spring-like, and much of the south is at this point dealing with much in the way of thunderstorms though. So you kind of pay for it in certain areas of the plains in the south here in the form of thunderstorms. Let's get right into springtime rainfall here along the west coast, a general 1 to 2 inches. And look at this back east, the red zone, anywhere from 2 to 4, as much as 5 inches of rain. Mississippi River Valley, Ohio River Valley, Allegheny River Valley, upper Susquehanna River Valley of upstate New York, especially northeast Pennsylvania. We will be dealing with problems through the end of the week with higher rivers and river rises. So let's take a look at those pattern adjustments here across North America, at least for the next couple days through about Friday. We'll be dealing with that front, that stalled out front across the Mississippi River Valley, Ohio River Valley. We'll have areas of low pressure ripple and ride up along this front, this boundary between what looks to be winter to the north and spring to the south, even summer-like temperatures on the southern end of it. And low pressure will continue to move up through the Ohio River Valley into Thursday and into Friday, spreading showers and thunderstorms. And some of this rainfall could be problematic to the local rivers. So let's get right into those surface maps heading from the midpoint of your week, Wednesday. Look at this. We got that stalled out frontal boundary that's pushed a little bit further to the south towards the Mason-Dixon line. This here is not a misprint of Pittsburgh, looking at about 72 degrees for your midpoint of the week here. But look at that. Just to the north, Cleveland, Erie, Harrisburg held down into the low to mid 40s across just to the north of the front within a period of like 100 or 200 miles. That's really remarkable. So the temperature gradient on this front is very great, and that's promoting the showers and thunderstorms to develop into your Thursday here. Take a look at this. This warm front moving in from the west. We really start to warm things up here in Erie, Pittsburgh, places like Cleveland, of course, into the 60s and to the 70s, but it's not too far to the north. We're dealing with wintry precipitation, even a mixture of sleet, freezing rain, and snow across the North Country into southern Canada here and into the northern White Mountains, northern Maine as well, holding these temperatures down in New England as well as we get that marine layer holding tough across the coastline areas here heading on into your Friday. That front really tries to propagate here to the northeast. We're dealing with showers and thunderstorms, even some severe weather potentially here in extreme western Pennsylvania and Ohio. Look at these temperatures really starting to warm up across portions of Pennsylvania here into New York, getting well up into the 60s in many areas, even trying to warm up here in southern New England, getting many areas into the 50s or low 60s. Still holding a little bit tough with the cold air across northern New England, but even then we start to warm into the 40s. Then near Saturday, this front sweeps off the coast. We get some drier, lower humidity air. But look at this. It's not that much colder. 50s being the rule with 60s near the coastline, but this isn't too bad for this time of year. That's going to do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern. I'll have a 5-day outlook for my hometown viewers from upstate New York, Binghamton to Scranton to Elmira, upper Susquehanna region of upstate New York and northeast Pennsylvania. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com. It's Twitter at WX Northeastern, Google Plus at MeteoMark. Here's your 5-day. Stretching from Wednesday, look at this, Thursday and Friday, dealing with rain all 3 days. Temperatures held into the 40s both Wednesday and Thursday, north of the front. It's not till Friday you start to get well into the 60s, mid to upper 60s for Friday. Chance of thunderstorms for your Friday. Heading on into TGIF here Saturday. Look at this, front moves through, lower humidity, but also temperatures not dropping too much into the lower to mid 50s, not too bad. And we warm near 60 again on Sunday. Watch for these river rises here in the northeast and upper Susquehanna River Basin as we get this rainfall that could pose some problems across the Susquehanna region. That's going to do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern.